Hello everyone and now welcome to a game between, Sock and Hitman. This game taking place here on Springtime 1.3. Couple of false starts already this morning. Hopefully everything does turn out well. Trying out a new camera angle. I think I need my backlights in order to use this. Anyways, it is going to be Hitman versus Sock here on Springtime 1.3. Sock spawning as the blue human, opening things up with an Archmage. Hitman going for a very fast tech to tier 2. We'll be getting that War Mill after, and here we are. He will be going for that Farseer. All right, game already underway. False start giving me a little bit of a heads up of what's happening here as we are getting this game going. All right, coming back around, Archmage looking to clear up this 4-3-2 creep camp, which will not give level 2. Drops a clause of attack +5, and that's, well, pretty much as far as my crystal ball will know into the future. Farseer is going to be coming back in from the other side here, perhaps trying to get in some last couple of hits and, well, putting in some pressure onto that Archmage. Any damage onto the Archmage early on does stick fairly well as we look at one Spirit Wolf attempting to run away. All right. This is completely wide open. Sock now looking to build up an arcane tower in this position. Archmage chasing it down to that Farseer as the Farseer able to make its way back off to the north. All right, resummoning those Spirit Wolves. Archmage looking to try and clear out the Null Warden creep camp here, but getting pressured constantly by that Farseer and those Spirit Wolves. And this is exactly what Hitman wants to do. Hitman, with only a hero, able to shut down a hero and 3 footmen who are attempting to creep. We could perhaps see Militia attempting to clear out a creep camp, and that's exactly what we're going to have here as the footmen were actually putting pressure on that Farseer. The Wolves are now trying to chase down that footman here as the Archmage is going to be going after this Sasquatch creep camp here and establishing this expansion. The footmen, however, do need to perhaps try and retreat back. Level 2 on the Archmage, not yet quite reached. There's going to be a little bit of damage there, and that's going to be a resummoned Spirit Wolf to try and buy a little bit of time. Now, tech to tier 2, or excuse me, level 2 already available, picking up a Tome of Intelligence, extra damage for that Archmage as well, as we're going to be looking at this Sasquatch getting taken down. Archmage trying to run towards that Circlet of Nobility. Will it be able to get there? Does get the item, and now trying to dance a little bit in the back here as the Spirit Wolves are racking up a little bit of damage. Peasant down to 57 hit points, 30 hit points, trying to retreat. Is going to try and jump inside that gold mine. That is the question there as the Farseer now, well, fleeing away from multiple footmen. All right, we are looking at this one peasant is going to get taken down. Yes, it is. Are we going to see a resummoning of the Spirit Wolves? Yes, we are, as this low hit point peasant still trying to retreat all the way back home. Archmage going to get a deny right there as that peasant gets taken out. Meanwhile, that Spirit Wolf is going to get taken down. There goes one. Another one could get destroyed as the Archmage chasing back against the Farseer once more. 33 supply compared to 28. Tech to tier 2 already done for Hitman. You can see him building the Bestiary and that Spirit Lodge. Meanwhile, still sitting at Tech 1 for Sock. Footman coming back around here, perhaps trying to take down this Spirit Wolf. Spirit Wolf is going to, Spirit Wolf trying to go after those lower hit point units as the peasant was able to hide in the gold mine and buy himself just enough time. Back off to the north here, Farseer. Well, coming back around once again as we see the Tauren Chieftain already in play. This may set off a little bit, some alarms here as Sock could be in a bit of trouble. As he is going to be behind in tech and will be forced to try and use footmen to battle up against, well, those shaman and who are going to be using purge, and also those the raiders who will be getting those ensnares down. At some point, the mercenary camp may be cleared out to try and buy some higher tier, higher tech units, as the Farseer are now looking to rack up a little bit of damage as well. So far, Hitman doing a great job pressuring and setting the tempo of this game with this Farseer, while the Tauren Chieftain back at home is now trying to get to level 2. However, this is going to come as no surprise to Sock, as Sock has scouted all of this out with his own footmen. Technological advantage compared to economic advantage. Who is going to be able to capitalize more on that advantage? That is going to be the question. Coming back around off to the north, Tauren Chieftain looking to clear out this Null Warden creep camp. Null Warden creep camp well, already at level 2, has gone for a stomp as the footmen look to retreat back out. One raider out on the field, ensnare now being researched as Hitman sits at 37 over 41 supply. More, well, no, already going for Shaman Adept training, as there are already 2 Shamans out here onto the battlefield. Those 2 Shamans will make short work of those level 2 water elementals with those purges. Archmage coming back around here doesn't have an arcane vault as of yet. That is still under construction, as the tech to tier 2 is now 2/3 of the way through. Last time I watched this matchup, human was no expansion only. Oh, well, no, well, humans have always liked to expand. I guess it is. I'm trying to remember the last time when the meta was no expansion. That may have been. Well, was it Farsi or Headhunters as the main meta as well? I feel like I've seen a lot of expansions as the Farseer sits at level 1 and nearly level 2. Tauren Chieftain sitting at level 2, halfway to level 3 with dual rings of protection plus 3 there, now already up to 8 armor as the units are now making their way back around. Archmage trying to put in pressure against the Orc Burrows, trying to stop any of the training, as you see purging now going down against those water elementals. One water elemental down, second water elemental already taken down. Tauren Chieftain not going to throw down a stomp here. The staff of teleportation from the Archmage getting away from that fight, while all the footmen are being forced to retreat back on foot. Archmage is back off to the north here. He was able to stop the expansion attempt there. Beautiful play by Sock, making sure that he's able to, well, capitalize on that economic advantage by denying the expansion of Hitman. All right, Panda coming back across here. Polar Bear absorbing quite a bit of hits. We are looking at a fair number of footmen out here onto the battlefield as well. This seems like a very heavy investment in footmen overall, as the Ogre Magi about to get taken down. Meanwhile, Tauren Chieftain off to the north side here, going after the Polar Bears and Ogre Magi as well. Tauren Chieftain looks like it will get to level 3. Farseer is still nowhere nearby, or well, off to the south here, perhaps trying to get a little bit of scouting information on this footman army. It was Farseer, Tauren Chieftain, Grunt, Shaman. All right, no, yeah, and a lot of the meta has been changed around. Thank you for the sub, as the Brewmaster, well, trying to get in a little bit of heals here. All right, our Farseer taking a little bit of damage from that Arcane Tower, losing some precious mana. Some blows are being exchanged back and forth as the Brewmaster now goes after this 3-2-1 creep camp. All right, Farseer and Tauren Chieftain ready to lead the charge inside the main base here. There is one Arcane Sanctum, or actually dual Arcane Sanctums, no Rifleman anywhere, as the Spellbreak, oh, well, Potion Invulnerability, that may have been a misclick. No real reason to use that right there in that situation, perhaps not wanting to get ensnared, and well, there follows up with the stomp. All right, Panda gonna be in a little bit of trouble, buys a potion of healing, trying to stay alive here. Is he gonna be able to get out of this tight spot? That is the problem, as the Farseer now absorbing quite a bit of damage. No stomp right there, and there is a lightning shield followed by a stomp as damage is being racked up. So much damage dealt out by that Farseer and that Tauren Chieftain getting in the stomp and trying to clean up many of those footmen there. Panda falls at level 2, can be quickly resurrected, but a a big win by Hitman. However, without that expansion, he cannot just sit back. He needs to continue to put on that pressure. Otherwise, Sokka is going to be able to get back into this game and perhaps even build a lead. Blacksmith now being added across here. We are getting up some priest adept training and getting up a third Arcane Sanctum. I don't remember the last time I saw triple Arcane Sanctum in Warcraft 3. Trying to train up large amounts of units. Shaman are out here as well. Perhaps we are going to see some slow be used as well to try and absorb some of the mana that the Shaman currently have, thereby allowing the Archmage's water elementals to stick around quite a bit longer. All right, triple towers here. One scout tower perhaps still needing to be upgraded. Spellbreakers getting ensnared in a difficult spot as a new arcane vault being placed down. Sock bringing things back over. Farsi are going to perhaps bring in level 2 Chain Lightning. So there's a stomp there. Chain Lightning could get bounced around across multiple units. There's a Breath of Fire as well, as the guard towers are, well, putting in pressure onto that Grunt. Potion of Mana onto that Brewmaster. More damage could be racked back up. There's some healing salves as the units are retreating back once more. All right, normally Sok would want to be in a low upkeep with this expansion. He hasn't been able to do exactly that. The technological advantage and hero level advantage of Hitman is causing a little bit of a problem here. Meanwhile, we are looking at the armies once again trying to engage again. There goes another ensnare, perhaps trying to take down a priest before it gets into the right position, as we are looking at some headhunters joining the overall composition. All right, Blacksmith upgrade. About 3/4 of the way done. Raider now trying to retreat back. There goes a healing scroll there. And, well, Hitman actually playing in a very, very dangerous spot. He's playing right in between the two bases, meaning that reinforcements could come in from behind. With that triple Arcane Sanctum, though, we are looking at mass Spellbreakers to try and deal with the strategy that Hitman is using. Hitman's strategy of Stomp Lightning Shield and Chain Lightning is not going to work out very well, as we're looking at the guard towers still able to put in a bit of pressure here. Level 2 weapon upgrades already done, as the Tauren Chieftain now looks to take down this Blacksmith. Triple training or double training from the Arcane Sanctum so far. 59 over 66 supply, as there is plenty of guard towers here to try and, well, deter these units from being able to knock down on that front door. Sok deciding to play a different strategy overall, not trying to engage straight up against his opponent, trying to make up that hero level advantage by clearing out some creep camps. And it looks as though Hitman is going to be trying to maintain the hero level advantage by clearing out creep camps as well. This Kodo Beast with a Spellbreaker in its belly, letting Sok know exactly what is going on everywhere, as the Brewmaster gets to level 3. 2 level 3 heroes going up against a level 3 Farseer, level 4 Tauren Chieftain. There is the reveal. That expansion is now back up. That expansion is now back up, and, well, Sok knows about it. All right, going to go ahead and place down some water elementals trying to go after this Polar Bear, Magnetar, Reaver creep camp. This should give level 4 to the Archmage. Meanwhile, Hitman now sitting at 59 supply compared to Sok's 64. Both players sitting on 2 bases, should have similar level heroes in just a little bit, but how we got there is going to be, 2 very different stories. Fast tech before any other building compared to, expansion that has been constantly pressured throughout this game. Tauren Chieftain now taking a very big lead up to level 5. That level 3 stomp would normally be extremely scary if it was not for the fact that the Spellbreakers are the entire front line. All right, slow cast onto the Tauren Chieftain, followed by the Spellbreakers acting as that frontline position. Are we going to see some Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire? Yes, we are. Scroll of Speed, Tauren Chieftain trying to make its way over. There's no ensnares onto the Archmage. That actually comes as a big surprise there, as so much damage was racked up. All right, you can see that front line dealing so much damage here. Tauren Chieftain, however, breaks through the lines, comes in with a Stomp and a Lightning Shield as well, and that finds its targets. Massive damage onto Hitman's army, and Sok needs to retreat back before too much damage lands on him as well. Grunt falls right as that Panda is able to escape. All right, Scroll of Regeneration. Panda was sub 100 hit points. And, well, the problem now is that anytime the Tauren Chieftain is able to get to that back line, a Stomp and a Chain Lightning is most likely in the cards, followed by a Lightning Shield, making sure that, well, all of the casters and the glue that holds this army together is pressured. Only 1 priest currently available. Blizzard now raining down, taking down all of these Tuskar units, as more sorceresses and priests are getting added in as well. All right, triple Arcane Sanctum. Sorceresses adding in that adept training in order to get invisibility and increase their overall mana capacity. Also gives them a little bit of extra hit points, so an extra bit of survivability, always a good thing. red creep camp here. Another Magnetar Reaver creep camp could get cleared out, and that is going to be the case. Meanwhile, however, Tauren Chieftain, Shamans, and Spirit Wolves trying to dive on in here. Dual guard towers, no masonry upgrades. Quickly going to get finished off here, as this gold mine only has 5 minutes of mining left. All right, trying to finish off this Magnetar Reaver creep camp here, as we see Blizzard now raining down, finishing off that Ice Troll Priest, dealing some damage. There is a stun onto the Archmage there, as the Panda trying to finish things off, going to pick up, well, that Helm of Valor, Strength, and Agility, as the Archmage now looks to head back out. All right, inbound fight here. Spirit Wolves quickly get controlled magicked, as the Tauren Chieftain going to line up a stomp right here. This is a dangerous proposition. There's a stomp, lightning shield, and, well, damage is already getting racked up. Chain Lightning bouncing around. Blizzard now raining down here. Panda could have a little bit of problems. There's a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability trying to get into a proper position. But that Lightning Shield, Tauren Chieftain Stomp is such a nasty 1-2 combination. Archmage now being forced to retreat back. Peasants coming back across here. Tauren Chieftain still with Lightning Shield racing towards the targets, as the Kodo Beasts have nothing in its belly. 49 supply compared to 78. Sock is a bit behind. Gonna need to try and re-engage again as we go into this battle. All right, Raiders trying to just put pressure onto the buildings, as we're looking at, well, I don't believe there is any sort of pillage coming back across here. Kodo Beast, there's Blizzard. Kodo Beast not eating that many Spellbreakers. Actually a bit surprised, as we don't see the Kodo Beast chomping down on those Spellbreakers. Panda now needs to retreat back. Tauren Chieftain doesn't have that much mana, as the Spirit Wolves constantly changing colors and turning, I guess, turning their coat from, well, teal to blue. All right, Spirit Wolves chasing back after the other way. Kodo Beast trying to get away with its, well, while eating its dinner. A couple of easy shots onto those Spirit Wolves could take them down. Tauren Chieftain could try and land in a stomp, and here we are. There's some slow as the units are going to engage. Blizzard now raining down. Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire, Scroll of Healing to try and counteract all of that damage, but many of those Shamans could get taken down. One Shaman taken down. That's going to be level 5 now onto the Archmage. Level 3 Blizzard raining down, racking up that damage. There's a Breath of Fire, and it looks as though Sock is going to be able to, well, hold on or make this fight even again, even though Hitman now currently has a supply advantage again. All right, both sides still fighting their way through. Blizzard, Breath of Fire, so many low hit point units. Another round of Blizzard could finish off a couple of those units. Getting that one grunt kill, a very big deal. 52 supply compared to 49 as that departing kill goes through. All right, Sock purposely staying in no upkeep. Does have triple Arcane Sanctums, and now training up 3 units at a time, getting into 57 over 78 supply. Meanwhile, Archmage with, well, Archmage looking to back away, wanting to give all of the experience to that Brewmaster. Archmage may want to pick up a Clarity Potion, sees that the army is now inbound, and now needs to figure out a way to clear things up quickly. Panda now sitting at level 4, getting very close to level 5. Tauren Chieftain now going to perhaps try and land in a stomp along this backside here, quickly getting the Scroll of Town Portal in order to get away, as he does not want to overstay his welcome. All right, quickly heads over to the Arcane Vault. Wow, that Scout Tower has been on fire for quite some time. Archmage, no Clarity Potion, just Brilliance Aura. Brewmaster having Pendant of Energy, or a large mana capacity for that Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire combination. More Spirit Wolves turning colors again. Little bit of damage there. Spirit Wolves could make their way off to the north. 1-1 upgrades against 1-0. 56 over 78 supply compared to Hitman's 59 over 72. Tauren Chieftain, however, has gotten to level 6. And look at this. Tauren Chieftain at level 6 has opted to go for level 3 Endurance Aura over that Reincarnation ability. And I believe Sock is hoping that he doesn't click to see if it is level 3 Endurance Aura, and then perhaps he's going to be a little bit more, well, more aggressive with that Tauren Chieftain, thinking that his opponent is not going to try and take him down, and also giving a strong boost over the rest of the army. Sock, however, well, not your typical player. He may have actually tried to keep track of what level Endurance Aura his opponent is going for. And if he realizes that it is level 3 Endurance Aura, he could easily take down that Tauren Chieftain if he overcommits. All right, in comes this damage here. Spellbreakers ripping through that pretty easily. Archmage not going to, change up that position. Tauren Chieftain is right there. Tauren Chieftain going to throw down a stomp. There's a lightning shield. And is this one of those high IQ plays? Tauren Chieftain now coming back across here, trying to finish off multiple units. And there's some lightning shield going back onto the Archmage. Archmage, quickly dispels, or the priest quickly dispels that damage in order to try and stay alive. All right, there is an Ice Troll Berserker in the mix here. Spellbreaker 60 over 84 supply, 64 over 62 by Hitman. Losing that Orc Burrow does hurt just a little bit. Tauren Chieftain, Clarity Potion, has a potion of mana as well. Has not been able to use Stomp very effectively at all throughout this matchup. Meanwhile, Archmage leading the charge here with the Spellbreakers, Priest, and Sorceress. In comes a Blizzard now raining down across all of these units. Where is that damage going to perhaps go next? Tauren Chieftain trying to make its way over. Throws down a Stomp, finds the Archmage. Archmage now in a little bit of trouble. Archmage trying to retreat all the way back. There's a Lightning Shield. That's quickly going to get dispelled as the Tauren Chieftain is still fighting its way through, trying to go after the Archmage here. No, turning around, trying to go after that Tauren Chieftain. Could actually take him down. There's a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability. Tauren Chieftain down to 144, down to 85 hit points. There's that Tauren Chieftain now trying to retreat back as the Spellbreakers are going after other targets. A little bit of heals. Chain Lightning bouncing around on that backline position. Tauren Chieftain could end up getting taken down. Is it going to actually fall? That is the question. Are we going to see a Potion of Mana? Both sides still fighting their way through. Tauren Chieftain down to 25 hit points. One more shot would take it down, and it is still staying alive. Finally gets taken out, and with no reincarnation there, we see Hitman leaves the game. So Hitman going for level 3 Endurance Aura, or perhaps thought he had reincarnation, not realizing that he chose level 3 Endurance Aura, pushed through with his Tauren Chieftain. He had the Potion of Lesser Invulnerability, and he didn't back out during that 7 seconds of invulnerability. That could have been a misplay right there, a miscue. Overall, a great game, though. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let's go ahead and take a look at that final score.